Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your geographical location. I apologize for this broadcast coming late past the scheduled time is due to logistic reasons. In the context of Nigeria, we are always involved in fasting and praying, which is not a bad thing on its own. But the question we should ask ourselves is after many years of fasting and praying, we are still in the same spot. Why is that the case? Is fasting and praying not meant to change situation as described by even in the Quran and the Bible? Why then do we see so much pain and injustice in our society in Nigeria? The reason being that it's one thing to fast and pray, and it's another thing for us to what? To desist from what? From being wicked or doing wickedness. And that has always been the problem. Many of our leaders, either in politics or in the society or in really in churches and mosques and otherwise, are religious people. They go to church and they go to mosques every Friday, every Sunday, and weekdays. But yet they fail to carry out the relevant decision to help the people. Now, the Muslim address God as Allah, while the Christians call God as God. We have other religious body as well too, the atheists, the Jehovah Witness, all this, the atheists, the Jehovah Witness. The atheist is one who doesn't believe in God. The Jehovah Witness, the 7 Days Adventists, all these class themselves what? As Christians. In the context of Nigeria and Africa, why years of fasting and praying and the situation remains the same? The answer is just right in front of us, not far away from us. Because despite the fasting and prayer, we continue to do wickedness towards one another, with emphasis our leaders, even towards our neighbors. That's what they call the neighbor principle in law, where you consign yourself for your neighbor. You don't defraud your neighbor. And that is why things have not changed. Nobody wants to be held accountable. So, no matter the amount of time, either we fast and pray individually, cooperatively, or in a group, but we do not change from our wicked ways. The pain many Nigerians are going through today, citizens are going through today, is out of clear wickedness from what? From the leaders, including also from you and I, the citizens. And that is what is stated in the Holy Scriptures. If my people who are called by my name shall humble themselves, fast and pray, and turn from their wicked ways. You agree with me that we've not turned away from our wicked ways. We are still involved in what? In doing wickedness. Recently, I came back from Nigeria. When you go to the shop to buy something today, and you go to that place, the same shop tomorrow, they've increased the price of the same item that you bought. Why is that not wickedness? So I bought a bulb of 500 naira today from you, and I come to your shop tomorrow, and that same bulb you are selling it for me for 700 naira, claiming that the price of dollars have gone up. How is that the case? So if we're going to get things right, there are a lot of fundamental issues we have to deal with, not just fasting and prayer. Fasting and prayer is good on its own, but there's no point me fasting and praying, and afterwards I start to think evil towards you, wishing you bad. How will the society change? The laws of God are principle-based laws which involve accountability, transparency, fairness. And that is the purpose of what? Of fasting. If you cannot be held accountable, or I cannot be held accountable, and I claim what to be fasting and praying, ain't gonna work. And that is why it has never worked, because fasting and praying should give you or bring you to a degree of the fear of God. And the fear of God is how I deal with you, because sin against man is a sin against God. So that is where we are today. And we will be dealing with many issues as we go along the way in respect to fundamental issues that are disturbing us in that country. So, many years of fasting and praying, yet so much poverty and what? And corruption. What is the point? What is the point? We should keep asking ourselves. Sometimes this some people will go I don't know if they've gone to Mecca or to Jerusalem or to anywhere they want to go to visit where Jesus Christ was born, or where Mohammed was born, and everything. The president is a Muslim, the vice president is a Muslim, the senate president is a Christian, the governors are both Muslim and Christian, commissioners and PAMSEC and ministers and everything. They all belong to one sect of religion or that, confessing to know God. But yet the principles of dealing with citizens have not been abided to. So why do you think God will answer that prayer? God don't answer such prayers. And like I said, I repeat again, there is no point me claiming to be fasting and praying, and yet I continue in my wicked ways. I have this thought of wickedness, of evil towards you. As my neighbor, you should dwell in peace, and I should dwell in peace. But nevertheless, I still go ahead to think evil, wish you evil, plan evil towards you, defraud you. I come to your shop to buy a bulb of 500 naira. The following day, you are charging me of the same bulb for 1,000 naira. My friend, landlord, the moment he heard that he bought a car, he increased his rent. The moment he came back from the US, he increased his rent again. And the man is an elder in Mountain of Fire Miracle. That is wickedness. That is wickedness. And yet we claim to fast and pray, and the religious leader capitalize on this. And we want poverty and corruption to go away. Ain't gonna happen. These things don't happen by miracle. It does not happen by a big bang. It happens by what? Intentional. We coming to that point to say, you know what? I don't want to be wicked towards my neighbor again. I want to desist from giving and receiving of bribe. I want to be honest to my neighbor. I want to be honest in my dealings with everybody around me. That is only when we will start to see a turnaround in the society. If not, we will remain in the same position. Thank you for joining me and have a lovely Easter weekend.